Awesome. And so again, I just want to welcome you guys here. And during this time, I'm here to have a conversation with you. I truly believe that there's something that I'm going to say. For some, you're going to hear it with your ears, and some you're going to hear it with your heart. You know, as caregivers, a lot of times we're always giving care, but sometimes what happens when the caregiver needs care themselves? What happens sometimes when you're putting out so much and you need to be filled up yourself? And so I believe today I'm going to have a couple words, and I'm going to share a couple words with you today that hopefully when you leave here, you leave full, you leave inspired, you leave encouraged, knowing that inside of you is everything that you need. In that house, we didn't have a whole lot. Many days I would come home from school and I would click the light just to see if we had electricity. Some nights or some days I would check the water, didn't have water. Some days I opened up the refrigerator and I look inside and there wasn't really anything there. And so no matter what we had, I knew that together my mom did a tremendous job of trying to provide the care that was needed for us to grow up and be who we are today. On that block, 1001 Division Street, I didn't have some of the luxuries that some people would have. We got a chance to learn how to deal with just the bare minimum. We learned how to be creative. We played games that people don't even know what to play now, like hide and go seek, or tag, or freeze tag, or even on the street, we would play hopscotch and draw lines in the street for our lanes for track meets. And so 1001 Division Street, and from 1001 Division Street, it then took me that's where I got a chance to be drafted and play in the NFL, one of my dreams, for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And so I played there and had a wonderful, successful career and got a chance to live a dream. But that number, 1,320, that is the mileage. That's the mileage of my journey of purpose that brought me from Camden, very humble beginnings, to Syracuse, from Syracuse to Jacksonville. And when you look at your life, and you look at where you come from, everybody has a mileage. Think about when you were younger. Think about the dreams and the goals that you had. Think about those things that brought you into the profession you're in now. There's a mileage to you. And so what I encourage you to do, I encourage you to go back. Think about it. Count up the mileage. Count up the miles. How far did you travel? Because every mile counts. Every mile had a purpose to it. No mile was an accident. Every mile developed you, brought you to where you are today. Dedicating my life to purpose. Dedicating my life to purpose. Understanding that there's a reason. I was having a conversation with the group today over there, and we were talking about, and I asked Dr. and the other young ladies around, I said, let me ask you, when you think about life and healthcare, is healthcare about to improve the quality of life or the quantity of life? How long you live or how you live your life? And it was an interesting question. There's no right or no wrong answer. But I thought about it when Doc asked me. I said, you know what, really, I just think that the quality of life is what's important. But more than anything, living out and fulfilling your purpose. You think only one made it, and it was you. You made it. You're here for a purpose. You're not here by accident. And so when I started to understand that everything in my life has purpose to it, everything came true. And so I remember when I was 9 years old, and I talked about my life, and I was a kid, and I was running around, and I was doing things what kids do. But after that moment, after I dedicated my life to this purpose of helping my mother, helping my family, and being a greater example for my life and those around me, things just started happening. I started being around people. People started coming into my life. Things just started opening up. You think about living life on purpose, it may be challenging. It will be challenging. You ask Mother Teresa, gave her life to all the families. Didn't have to do it. You ask Nelson Mandela. After all those years he went through, purpose. It's a purpose he had to go through that. You ask Mahatma Gandhi, same thing. And if I put the microphone in your mouth, I ask you the same thing. There's something you're going through. There's something you're pushing through. There's something you're striving through. But at the end of the day, it's leading you to purpose. I'll never forget, it was about 10 years ago that he's going through a tough time. Now, because I went through stuff, and I can experience the pain, I can experience the hurt, the stress, whatever it was, my purpose led me to that point. So I didn't know why I was going through it, but that phone call told me all about it. There's somebody in here, I'm sure. You went through something in your life that at the time you were going through it, you had no idea why you was going through it. But if you look back at it now, you'll say, oh, and now I see. Now I see why I had to go through that. Because when we look at life, life is not happening to us. Life is happening for us. How many of you say that you feel that there's more that you need to accomplish or more you need to do? Raise your hand. How many of you guys think that by taking a moment to really taking a personal inventory of yourself would benefit you to either keep you where you're at or move you to another position? How many guys would be willing and bold enough to take that challenge and ask yourself those questions? Because I'm here to tell you at the end of the day, what I'm doing today is not about a speech. It's about a conversation to get you to remind yourself and to get you to know yourself so that you can live your life ultimately to the fullest. And we went up to play against this team, Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is my rookie year. I'm new to this. And I'm out there, man, and we're playing, and they had this guy on their team. He was a running back, and this guy was a beast. This guy was 6'3", 270 pounds. Matter of fact, he even had a nickname. Anybody? He was a running back. Anybody know his nickname? The Bus. So you know what the bus does. You get on the bus and carry people around, right? The stadium, and everybody's excited. He's getting cheered on. And I'm just watching it as I'm playing, and I'm just looking at the attitude of like, you know what, man, something got to change here. Something got to change. I went to the locker room, and in the locker room at halftime, I'm listening, I'm sitting on a chair, and for some reason I just took a notice to listen to what was around me. I just took a moment to listen and watch. What were the guys saying? What were they doing? Well, I heard some guys over here, oh man, coach called this play. Oh man, you know, he missed his block. Oh man, he missed his play. Just complaining. All the while looking at life and looking at this game as if it was outside their control. But here I was sitting on my chair again. And I guess my intuition level just continually keeps speaking because I'm sitting on the chair and said, Donovan, if you want things to change, it starts with you. On the counter, and I'm like, listen, if it's going to change today, it's going to start with me. I had the opportunity that, you know what, I can make this difference. If I do me, so again, I'm watching, I put my helmet on the mirror, and I look at the mirror, and I was like, Donovan, it's about to go down. Got that helmet, man, in the zone. But I'm on the other side all the while thinking, I got to have the right attitude. I got to have the right attitude about this. This is my opportunity. I'm here for a reason. I'm able to make a difference. I had to speak to myself, and I was me. I hit this joker so hard, knocked him on the ground, feet in the air. He got up, his jersey was all twisted, helmet all twisted, and I got up excited. I was excited because you know what? At the end of the day, life would have told me that this situation was bigger than me. Life would have told me that out of all the people that have been in the league, and I was a rookie, that they had the answer, not me. But with the right attitude, me taking it personal, saying, you know what? This thing starts with me. And I get to make it happen. I get to change it by what I do, by the decisions I make, by the decisions of my mind, and how I live my life.
Hi, I'm Carol Aiken. I am the chapter president for the local Medical Group Managers Association here in Huntsville, Alabama. Today, we were honored and privileged to have Donovin Darius as our featured guest speaker. The audience was 150% captivated the entire session. I do not even think that most of them realized that time had sort of run out at the end, simply because of the way he captivated the audience and made the topic that he was talking about extremely relevant in our day-to-day lives and in our day-to-day healthcare practice management and personal lives. We would definitely have him back again, and I plan on hopefully taking him on some more speaking circuits.